Hey everyone, this is BlackHawkSC and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll talk about my preferred build on the Dervish Frenzy Hero mech. I showed you this build already on my last video on the Dervish 6M, and now I'll talk about this build in more detail and demo some gameplay. In my last video, which I will link in the description, I went over the general pros and cons of the Dervish. But to recap the main points, the way that its hitboxes are designed and its high number of hardpoints or offensive quirks, depending on the variant, place it solidly on the fire support role versus more brawly roles for tankier mechs like the Griffin and Shadowhawk. The Frenzy takes SRM support to a whole new level for Inner Sphere, having 8 total missile hardpoints on a 55 tonner. The first comparison that'll come across most people's minds is the Clan Arctic Wolf, but the ACW isn't able to take an SRM 40 loadout without giving up Artemis, in which case you'll need to deal with a much higher spread on the Clan SRMs. IS SRMs are a lot more usable without Artemis. What about compared to MRMs? The dual MRM 40 loadout on the 6M has better range, nearly the same alpha, and better heat efficiency than the SRM build. But where it does fall short of the Frenzy is its lower burst damage due to higher cooldowns. It's not as big of a deal when you can sit beyond brawl range with MRMs, but for builds that need to engage closer to the target, the lower cooldowns are beneficial because it helps in cases where you're getting pushed on by the enemy and you need to kill them quickly. The Dervish can't rely on durability, especially with an XL engine, so it has to put down enemies before they can kill you. Still, I'll emphasize once again that straight up brawling isn't your primary playstyle, and you'd rather be supporting assaults and other friendlies off to the sides. Like I said before, heat efficiency isn't one of this build's strong points, but with full skills you can still fire off 3 salvos before needing to cool. Sometimes it's still not enough, which is why I wouldn't play this without double cool shots. You can get it to work certainly without any cool shots, but at least once every game you'll wish you had one. So in my gameplay demo, I'll do something that I normally don't do, which is to use consumables. Okay, let's get into some gameplay. Okay, in this match we're on Caustic Valley. Caustic Valley is a short range to mid range map, so there are certain engagement scenarios, especially when it comes to NASCAR, that is beneficial for short range builds like this. So right now all we're just doing is following the rest of the team and pushing up a little bit so we can get to engagement range, but not so far that we do not have support at all. Because the enemy team is rotating away from us right now, so I can move up a little bit more forward without being too afraid that they'll turn around and push back against us. So the Sun Spider decided to hang back, but you can see like his side torso is gone and I just took it out. And so all we need to do is take out his other side torso. And as I said, this is where the burst damage comes in. You can really just kill off wounded enemies very quickly with your SRM salvos. You can see I see these 2 UAVs up above, and I don't want to get too close. But I have to engage now because I've been seen. So I'll just put up a UAV here. Another Sun Spider Vanguard, so it's a pretty similar build to the one that we just killed. And so I'm gonna just wait here a little bit for my team to catch up because I see a whole bunch of enemies there. I don't want to just push them all at once. So now enough of my team is here. So what we can do is look for positions where we're not getting focused on. Here's a good spot. Like, they're not looking this direction immediately. Well, now they are, but before they weren't. So we're going to change angles and then get to somewhere where they're not focusing on. I don't want to shoot that Prana or whatever it is, or Flea. It's an interesting build. Flamers and LBX2s. But thankfully I have a cool shot, so I'll just pump that cool shot and let him overheat himself with that flamer. Pop-tarding is something that you can do fairly well in this build. Not as well as like say the Griffin or Shadowhawk, but it can still, like if you want to avoid damage, it's a really great way to do though to do that. So this Mad Cat is pretty dangerous, so let's take a shot at it and help it die. So you can kind of see like the way that I'm moving around is trying just not to attract too much attention. Like off to the side a little bit, you know, try to make sure that, you know, my assaults, friendly assaults, are tanking the damage for me. And I'm just sitting next to the side. And of course I'm not just hiding, right? But just sit to the side a little bit and add some support fire. And you can see kind of when I'm being engaged on, when people kind of see me, then I try to get away as much as I can. But this guy's kind of like just chasing me, so I have to like take him down. It's an XL Shadowhawk build. That build doesn't need an XL, by the way, but this person decided to take it anyways. Triple SRM 6 with Artemis and medium laser. You don't need an XL engine for that. Okay, we're down to 24 rounds of ammo left, so and the game is about over. So just need to find this last guy and kill him, just to flee. I don't want to waste my ammo. If I'm gonna take like 1 or 2 shots, I don't want to waste my ammo on these kind of less than, like greater than point blank range shots on the flee. I'm gonna try to aim for his legs if I can. Yeah, I'm not gonna catch up to him like that, so. Okay, blew off his leg. Alright guys, I think the Frenzy is definitely worth a buy if you like the SRM playstyle. It's not an immediately go and buy it now type of mech, but once it's available for MCs, it's worth trying out. Okay, let me know what you think of this build in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.